Hello, it's season. I was going to say season 8, but season 2 is episode
Can
8.
you imagine season 8?
It would be, yeah. Oh, that for you. We got a microphone check. 1, 2.
And 2.
All right. So, what are we talking about today? How to improve?
Creativity.
Yeah.
And energy flow.
Energy flow. All right. So, we got some good top tips. Stay tuned, as always. If you're listening on the podcast, give us a 5-star review because that's just a nice thing to do. And
subscribe, of
yeah,
course.
subscribe, download it,
Like
save
it,
it.
share
Definitely,
it.
yeah, okay.
Sharing is caring.
All right. So, how to improve creativity and energy flow. So, what's this about?
Well, basically,
I'll put you on the spot.
You put me on the spot. Well, to be honest with you, when it comes to creativity, we spoke about it, in our previous episodes. We are creators. We love creating, and we are looking for the source of inspiration and energy flow everywhere. And sometimes I can't just raise both my hands. I believe I was doing it the wrong way. I was trying to force things to happen, and over the years I've learned that creativity is about allowing things to come to you, and they come to you when you feel good. So rather than saying what it really is, I can say how it works for me as a creator. And I do believe lots of you who are watching or listening to us, you are pretty much in the same boat, because you're creating some sort of content, and whether this is work, job type of job from 9 to 5, or your own business.
Well, do you know what? Even in life, we're creating stuff all the time, whether it be for children or just what we want to do with our families, just life in general. So really, we are all creators, and we're creating our own reality in the life that we want, sometimes that we don't want, but hopefully we're creating the life that we want to live, that we deserve to live, that is going to be ours. So this is going to be a great tips for you, because that's what we're doing. We're creators of our own destiny. So it doesn't always have to be about painting a picture, but you're painting a picture. You paint a picture in your head every single day as soon as you get up, and it's either going to be a good one, bad one, whatever. But we have to be so mindful, I think, of this, because then when we're going back to manifestation straight away.
Yeah, we do.
So everything links up. It's like the roots of the trees, in the woods. They link up on the ground. They talk to each other. So the manifestation of how you're going to create stuff, and it links up, and it's so powerful.
It is.
So you having that right mind for it is again important for the things that you want to manifest, the goals you want to work for, all those kind of things. So.
Okay, so maybe let's just share some sort of tips.
It just came. I had to talk about it. I had to get
Slap.
What do you do? So
what do I do?
Yeah,
okay,
what tips you got to help your creativity?
First of all, this is what I mentioned a little bit earlier. It's not about making things happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. Action is very important, but inspired action is the key to success. That's a shortcut. So I am making sure that I'm feeling good. So first thing first that I do every single day religiously, I just set the intentions first in the morning that it is going to be a great day, right? And straight away I'm just expressing my gratitude as it already happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really tuning in with this higher vibration, and higher expectations, so to speak. Meditation is something, what you already know I do, that helps me to maintain my higher vibration. And that was the hardest one for me. Allowing myself to have fun when I know that I've got lots of stuff to do. Okay? And what I've noticed that when I started testing it out, because obviously I was like, I'm not so sure about that. I've got like a list of 1,000 things to do, and they need to be done, by yesterday. When I tested it out, amazing thing happened. First of all, I all of a sudden found a solution or solutions, to things that I was trying to find for a long time. So I was just really straining my brain to come up with solutions. I couldn't find them. And the first thing that was so obvious and so vivid and so clear to me was the fact that I went and I did something for fun, and it just out of the blue, actually not out of the blue, out of oblivious, it just hit me. And I was like, oh my God, it was there all along, and I just could not see it. And as I was analyzing the vibrational, point of view, so to speak, it's like when you are in the funk, or not that I was, but when you're really in that lower vibration of, just thinking, thinking really hard, like you're really putting the emphasis on the lack of the solution. Whereas when you start putting yourself in a good feeling place and you automatically raise your vibration where the solutions are, they just come to you just like that. So that was the first thing that I've noticed. Second, which was like super exciting, was it was easy. It wasn't easy for me to make a decision to go and have fun, but when I had fun, it was easy.
Yeah.
And the ideas started coming easy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, oh my gosh, this is really like, it can be effortless.
Yeah.
And I think that was the most important, actually three, which I already mentioned. Three, the most important things that I started implementing, practicing more. Like I said, the last one that I was just talking about was the hardest one for me, because I'll always consider myself as a doer. And that was a foreign concept to me, like put things aside and just go have fun. You can't when you have so many responsibility, but your responsibility, true responsibility, is take care of number one, okay, and feel good as good as you can, because then everything literally falls on your lap. Things are aligning for you, and those things that you're aiming for, like I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again because it's important, they are in a higher vibration. They are not in a lower vibration, they are in a higher vibration. And having fun is one of those shortcuts that allows you and gives you access to those things. And it's fun, life become much easier, right? So that's my first three, right? Let's maybe just turn the mic to you.
I got to come up with some now, is it?
No, you don't
No,
have
no,
to.
no,
We
no.
already
Sorry.
spoke about it.
Yeah, look. So I think something that stuck in my head was a good friend Ninja, you and over in the States.
Mhm.
You got to empty the trash. You got to empty the trash in your head, and I agree that fun, no matter wherever you are. Well, I'll speak a little bit personally-ish, which I don't like sharing stuff, so I got to keep it vague. But I've had a lot of tension over maybe the last few months for a lot of different things, okay? And what I found is that getting out into nature a little bit, and it could just be a walk around a park or whatever, or just getting outside, getting some air in, it allows that space to kind of ease up a little bit. Because sometimes I might just go up on the hill and just get myself moving. I think we said it before we came on air, but motion leads to emotion. So if you're motionless, that's going to have an emotion, and it may not be the one you want. So getting that movement going really, really helped for me. Then I was able to just kind of, I've burnt out some energy. And even for me, just going kickboxing. So, I'm a martial artist. I love it. I'll be working, I'll be training, and that's it. I burn off this. If there's any negative energy at all, it's burnt off. If it's all positive, brilliant. It's like you said, I'm raising that vibration to that next level. But emptying that trash out in your head. And I found, since started meditation myself, and it eases things out, calms the mind down, and then you're able to go. And but some of my best ideas come when I'm training. Some of my best ideas come when I'm training. We talked about one of our other tips is this. One of our other tips is this, and whatever your creativity is going to be, have a notepad to hand. Could be a little one. Just do it on your phone if you got to. But as soon as that idea comes in, write it down. It may not mean something. Sometimes it doesn't mean much.
Sometimes it leads to something bigger. You know what I mean? Because
I would say most of the time it leads to something bigger, right? And it's like, oh my god, this is the next bit. And then you're like in that energy flow, which is what we're talking about. So that and if you got someone good. Good friend or colleague or someone, your partner, that you can bounce these ideas off, the flow goes. You start bouncing off each other, and before you know it, you rule the world.
So
it's got carried away.
Going back to making notes, I personally, like I said earlier, I can put that both hands down. It really works. And I shared that with you. I think yesterday. Because I'm working on a project right now, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of a background. I'm working on the project right now, and I have lots of different ideas, but I didn't know how to link those ideas together. And I was like, I know this is just like every single bit is an internal part of this bigger, picture, but how to glue it. And I was like, okay, that's it. I just need to chill out, because I know now that I'm not gonna figure this out by trying to figure this out. So I went for training, and I had a notepad on the side, and I started training without thinking about having ideas. That's another thing. I wasn't planning on just thinking, but this happens naturally, and because training, pushing my body through training relaxes my mind. When my mind is relaxed, I have access to the solutions, like I said earlier, and ideas started popping up, those links started popping up, and I started writing them down. And I swear to God, by the end of the training, I was on such a high that I could not get fast enough to the bigger part to start writing the whole plan. And I've been working on it.
I bet you trained harder as well.
Oh, I do.
I know you train hard, but so this is just sorry to butt in, but a bit curious now, right?
Yeah.
So with your exercise regime or your training, whatever it is, because everyone's gonna be different, watching, listening. How did that, every time you got an idea, you wrote it down, then affect when you went back? Because you're going to have to stop to write.
Well,
so you stopped training, then you went back to training.
Yes.
How did that affect your training?
Well, obviously it had positive impact on my training because I was feeling satisfied.
So then you got more ideas.
So the energy increased.
Yeah, definitely.
So I pushed myself harder in the training, but not stupidly, you know what I mean. But I was feeling like I was really in it, really in the training. Because I don't know, that's gonna be a little bit like a side subject. Sometimes you go in your training, you just want to like tick the box that you've done the training, right? And I've done that. Don't get me wrong, and it was still helpful, but it's completely different experience when you're really into your training and you're really enjoying that training. So having those ideas, writing them down, was sparking my energy, my zest for life, my satisfaction, which was reflecting back on the training I was doing. And so it started like it was like a snowball effect. So those things started to affecting one another, and like I said, by the end of the training I was like sweaty, stinky, and so satisfied. And the page was full of notes, and if someone looked at it, they would not have a clue what it means. But for me, it was a perfect formula, perfect solution for what I've been working on for so long. And yesterday I finally put everything together, and it makes me so happy because everything is connected.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied, I'm super excited, and I can see this also impacts my energy flow and my creativity, because now I see much clearer where I'm going. So it's not spread.
You don't have to know it all at the beginning, actually.
No,
you don't. Sometimes it's like you might feel you got something there. I think we talked, that's kind of both where we was a little bit at, and once you start, it does, you get the flow going, and you might not change it, but you're just tweaking it. But everyone's so fixed sometimes. Oh, it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. Look, just get going. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, post-it notes are good for that. So
reminders.
Well, you can put your ideas, and then you can kind of map them out on a big sheet if you need to. Depends what. Just an idea, right?
I like drawing. So that's another thing. I've got a draw. I start drawing something, and let's say this is the thing that I focus on. It's not about the product, it's about the result, emotional result of the product.
Yeah.
That's my thing, okay? So
but that's so important, because that's your reason why. Because anyone can say, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. I want this for my family, that for my family. I want to be rich, abundant. But what's the reason why? What's the emotion that you're going to feel at the end, and start feeling that right now? We've got a visitor. Hello.
Little doggy. So yes, the emotional outcome, so for me would be feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled, feeling like I'm serving the higher purpose with what I'm creating. So it's benefiting not only myself, but it's benefiting so many others, and that is just like a nutshell, and then I just like go inwards, what is it exactly, what is the exact thing that I would like to implement, practice, offer. I just include that in the picture, and then I just go down.
So for those listening, right? Because I feel like we're gonna have to set you some sort of task. We got a challenge for you. It's coming up.
Oh.
So based on our tips that you've listened and heard today, it's great to have knowledge, but knowledge means jack all if you don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
It's just a book on a shelf collecting dust. Who wants dust on their brain? No. Don't want dust on the brain. So Go. What are you gonna say?
Actions
Yeah.
speak louder than words. There's another one we were mentioning, right?
It's gonna come back.
Words don't teach.
Oh.
Experiences do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have
So
to
experience
give it a go.
teaches.
Yes.
So actions speak louder than words, but so does experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Especially your own.
Yeah.
Especially your own. But then again, do you remember that was another thing I said? Okay, so I'm sidetracking a little bit.
We were setting a challenge down.
Yeah. But just what I want to say, I just want to share it. So I'm gonna share it.
Say it.
I'm gonna just drop it. When I see someone doing something I really like, whether this is action or this is like a behavior or something, I am just taking it and applying to my own life. Because
that makes
like monkey see, monkey do. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just applying some skills, some traits.
The thing is, right? This is really important as well because it's going to happen anyway. Because sometimes we pick up on behaviors and habits, but that's what I mean. Now you're in control.
Question is, which one you're choosing consciously?
That's
which one you're using to upgrade your system to become a better person? Because the fact that we are the byproduct of the surrounding we are in, we know that all of us, are byproduct of that, right? You said at some point that we are accumulation of how many people? You're
the accumulation of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So this is another challenge I've done before, but hey, I might as well say it now. So it's good to, I know we're sidetracking, but write down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and write down the names of the people you spend the most time with. Now, obviously, family is going to probably come under one. So, partner, children, don't write them. You've got 5 kids or something. It's like, well, that's it. But write them as one. But like your friends you hang out with the most, or people at work,
and see what sort of impact they have on you.
See what's happening. Like we had this task once. It was really harsh, and you had to score them 1 to 3 or something like that. 3 being they are assisting me on my journey. They are, and if it was it 1 to 5? Sorry, 1 to 5. So 5 is like they can really help me get to this next level, and not by you using them, just
intentional or intentional.
Their intentions, their energy, whatever it is. Okay,
approach to life. Many things.
One would be their something about them. Bear in mind we're in control now. Is holding you back. Now it doesn't mean, and what it says, it doesn't mean like some people you may have to ditch. Fine. But it doesn't mean you have to ditch, anyone under a 3. It was more being aware of, right, well, I need to get close to this person because this. So you then, so anyone under 3 you remove off that list. And it's not. So what I'm saying is you don't have to like ditch them because some people you just can't really ditch. You know what I mean? But then maybe their influence isn't so good for you. So you have to be a bit more mindful of the time that you're spending, and then and that you think, well, who can get me to where? So maybe you seek out a mentor, you change a little bit more of your social circle, and you spend more time with the people that are going to elevate you up. Does that make sense?
So you're basically expanding your circle and you're allowing this transition to happen naturally.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, and
easier on the content.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like those people. Hopefully, they will come along with you, and you're having an influence on them. But you are in control. You can't say, "Oh, well, I didn't do it because of this person. They held me back because of this." You still got a choice, And they influence you. Yes. They will influence you, but you.
So, awareness is the number one thing. Okay, when you are aware, what sort of surrounding you're in, what sort of influence people are having on you.
This actually is a good tip for creativity because if you're in that wrong environment or is that lower vibration or it's a lot of negative talk, it is going to influence your creativity.
Yeah, it will actually deteriorate you.
Yeah, and if it's causing you stress or anything like that, then same. It's you basically being eaten from the inside out. Putting it.
But going back to choosing the right type of people you are surrounded with, your tribe, so to speak.
Yeah, your tribe.
Right? We can only teach by example.
Yeah.
So even though those people who we are surrounding ourselves with right now might not be the best influence, but they are in our life for some reason, the moment you start taking care of your higher vibration, on elevating your vibration and becoming a better version of yourself, you, without knowing, you plant the seed in them, and that's their decision whether they want to follow it or not.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
But you are setting in a positive example, and it's just like you're just like a light in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think this is great because that's not only, we might be thinking that we are very egotistic by approaching life and doing things that way, but are we really? We not. In my opinion, is like when you
I
take
think
care
you
of
got
yourself,
yeah.
and you start elevating just your energy, you becoming the better, richer version of yourself, meaning you're gonna have a more to offer, not only to yourself but everybody else who is around you. So everybody benefits from that.
So well, look, I know I'm a good person. I know you're a good person. I got good intentions. So have you. And I know that based on what you're saying there, if I take care, I can't have those good intentions aren't so great if I haven't taken care of myself.
Of course, because then it's
They're
just
off.
words.
Yeah, it's just words are off. It's like I'm all over the place.
It just doesn't match.
So yeah, out of balance. So it is so important. It's important. Hey, that's a good tip, that one.
Another tip, okay.
Like
and that's something what I had to implement in my own life, because I've noticed that practicing the way of approach I had before was counterproductive. Okay, enough of riddle. Now I'm gonna tell you what it
All right,
is.
Batman.
When I am working on something, until I am so sure about what I'm working on and what it looks like, and I'm super excited about, I don't talk about it to anybody. And it's not like I don't trust anyone. I just want to hold on to the energy that creates the project as much as I can, because when I start talking about what I'm doing, and this is the thing, to wrong people, they will talk you out of your idea and they will think it might be ridiculous or it can't be done. But what they're going to be doing, they're going to be putting their projection and their own limitation on you, which means, somewhere along the line, you're going to start taking on board what they are saying and losing trust in your own vision. So this is what I'm doing. Well, I am working on my vision and I'm creating it. I'm just nurturing it, just feeding it with ideas, enjoying the process. And when I'm ready, I'm talking to people who are on the same wavelength and get it. Okay. And and I think this is also this type of connection with this kind of people, going back to tribe, is people who will keep pushing you forward. They're not going to be questioning reasoning for what you're doing. Okay. Or they're not going to tell you this is the ridiculous or something like that. They will be excited that you're creating something what has not been created before. Okay. Because again, we are creators and the only limitations we have is ourselves. So now the question is, if you want to be, if you want to create and you want to create something magnificent, I mean, you are magnificent, right? Take care of yourself first. Take care of an environment. Don't talk to anybody who's got
don't get it.
Don't get it.
Yeah.
Okay. Believe it.
Yeah.
Make notes. Don't try to make it happen. Allow it to happen. Take care of your energy. Take care of your body, and see what happens.
See what happens. Definitely. Just kind of going back just before we finish up. When you plant a seed, you don't see it.
Oh, bamboo.
You can do the bamboo one. Bamboo one.
Do you know bamboo? The bamboo that grows in.
There's no bamboo in front of us, but
no,
but yeah, okay. So bamboo, you have bamboo, you don't see anything happening on the outside because those roots are big. But even if it's a bloody seed in the ground, you don't see it. It might start sprouting, and it's just like a little. But it's not a because it's beautiful.
So really, okay, the story of bamboo plant looks like this. When you plant bamboo, it actually stays in the ground for 6 or 7 years.
But yeah, it is
before it sprouts.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, the roots are going down and establishing.
And then within 6 months, I don't remember how many feet it is, but it grows extremely.
It goes crazy.
It goes extremely tall. And the question is that plant growing only 6 months, or is it growing 6, 7 years and 6 months? Okay. So it's very important about the nurturing process, okay, and believing. So this is pretty much what is happening here, right? Nurture, believe, take care of the energy, because I think, this is the most important thing, and that's where inspiration is gonna come from. The results will come from, and this is something I need to mention. This is something I need to mention. We deliberately are not putting the time frame on the goal. I don't like that kind of goal setting. Within 3 months you're gonna do this. Within 6 months you're gonna do this. I'll tell you something. It might work for some people, but for many people it puts so much pressure on making things happen, and then you're again jumping into the doing mode rather than being inspired and doing. Okay, so take care of your energy, relax, move your body, have a notepad, write all of those inspirations. When you stress, when you stress, relax, really just take care. That's the most important thing. Just chill the heck out, because that will really pay off massively. And then, because you're taking easy, things will start happening much faster. So no 3, 6, 9, 12 months, just plan has to be in place for you to achieve the things within 6 months or 3 months. They can't happen just like that, because trying to make things happen might take time, okay? And you might really need those 3, 6, 12 months, to make things happen. But this is a very spiritual approach. Those who are connected to the source are a million times more powerful than those who are not, right? And if universe can create worlds, definitely universe can inspire you with the perfect solution, which will bring you results much faster and with ease. Boom.
There we go. That's our tips.
So what about the challenge?
I forgot. All right. Well, get on with it, basically.
Just get on with
Just
it.
do it. Yeah, look.
All right, now.
Get some. No, right. It's this. You get your notepad. That's the first thing. Go and get one. Not tomorrow. Not in half hour, an hour. Go and do it right now. Get a notepad. Oh, but it's bank holiday. No, go and get a notepad. Go to the shop. There's shops open. Get a notepad. And then maybe cancel your plans, depending on where you're going, or stick with your plans, but get out, have some motion, do some stuff, take your notepad with you. And as soon as something, and it could be for anything, like I said, work, business, family, you, just be creative. Start with you. Be creative with you, and that's the challenge.
And
it's